We've got 13 new bourbons dropping here in October. Which ones should you hunt and which ones should you stay away from? Let's find out. What is going on, everybody? Nathan here with the Everyday Drinker, bringing us a brand new video. We finally have allocation season upon us, and we have some amazing bottles of bourbons and whiskeys finally being released here for us to go out and hunt. Now, there are some bottles that are going to be absolutely amazing and ones that we are all going to want to get out there and get. There are ones that, maybe I just don't recommend, but if you want to go hunt, you're going to want to go do that. And one of those is in this glass right here. And then there are also ones that I don't recommend whatsoever, and some I just got to tell you about. Now, bottle number one is going to be coming from our friends from 2XO, and that is the White Oak Rye. This is going to be part of their bottom line tier. It's going to be coming in at $50 and 92 proof. They've done the French oak and their regular oak release, but this I think is going to be their first rye edition in this baseline 2XO offering. I've loved the Sneakerhead, I've loved the Kauai, the Phoenix blend, all of the other 104 proofers have been absolutely insane. The 2XO Gem of Kentucky, we all know, is a pretty darn good 108 proof bourbon. I just don't know if it's worth the $200 price tag, but this $50 92 proof bottle from 2XO is probably going to be a pretty good pour. Now, moving into bottle number two, we're looking at a bottle that is almost definitely triple in price. Some places might have it a little lower, some places might have it a little bit higher. I'm talking about Bardstown Discovery 13. This is the first Bardstown release that we here in New Jersey are finally able to get our hands on. It's coming in at $160, 110.8 proof. And you're looking at some really nice aged stuff in this Bardstown release. I don't know if it's going to be anywhere comparative to what 10 or 11 have been. 12 was decent. From the reviews that I've heard, it's a very interesting blend. I have not seen this in the wild. I have not had any opportunity to pick it up and do a review for you guys. But from what I've heard, it's a very interesting blend. Some people like it, some people don't. But as far as I know, most Bardstown Discovery series are ones that people really, really enjoy and always try and get their hands on. I know the price has definitely gone up here in the past couple of years, and we're going to see that trend really start to skyrocket with some of these harder to find allocated releases here in the end of this year and starting in 2026. Now, bottle number three is actually 3 and 4. It's ones that I just did reviews on. It's the Blue Note Honey Cask series, the bourbon and the rye. As you guys saw, I did a review. I also went out bourbon hunting and saw the rye in the public with my own eyes, and was at I think it was Tomar's Discount Liquors in Sewell. So if you're in Jersey and you want that bottle, make sure you head on over there if they still have it. But nonetheless, the bourbon and the rye honey cask from Blue Note is absolutely delicious. One of the best fall sipping, really nice sweet notes, really nice viscosity on the palate, really, really great pours for sure. And Blue Note has dropped that 2 years in a row, and 2 years in a row, they've been absolutely incredible. Now, bottle number 4 is one that I have reached out and tried to see if I can get a bottle of anywhere. I haven't seen it in Jersey yet. We start to see some more of these releases from this distillery here in Jersey. And I'm talking about the Sagamore Spirits 10-year-old straight rye. I think I had it in a video recently, but that was the low rye mash bill. Now this is just their regular rye mash coming in at 10 years old, barrel proof. I think it's around that 110 proof range. That is an incredible proof point, an incredible age statement. I think the price point is sub $100. This is a bottle that you need to go out there and try and get your hands on and acquire for your collection and for, just sip it on, because this is what we are looking for from these distilleries, and Sagamore is dropping that for us, and I can't wait to possibly get my hands on this bottle. Now, the last bottle I'm going to be talking about, the ones that I will most likely be going out and hunting for, is the Elijah Craig Rye. Now, this is the first batch that they are releasing that is going to be out there for the public to go out and purchase. And this is the A925. This is going to be a 12-year-old, 3-month, coming in at 108 proof. Now, this is a low proof, high age stated rye. And I think that this is going to be something that is very, very comparable, maybe even better than their bourbons. The C925 Elijah Craig, I don't even have in this video because I just don't think that these releases are worth it for us right now. I just don't want to put that out there and make you guys think that these are going to be anything worth it, because after the C923, we haven't had an Elijah Craig bourbon that has been anything spectacularity, anything spectacular. I'll just leave it at that. I just don't think that they've been worth it in this year at all, at 2025 or even 2024. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to say anything more about that. Before we get into the next round of bourbons, make sure you guys drop that like. Smash that subscribe button. We're on the road to 15,000 subscribers, and if you want to be along on that, we're going to be doing a 15,000 subscriber giveaway. I'd love to hit 15,000 by the end of the year. That's totally up to you guys, but make sure you guys drop that like and leave that comment down below on what bottle you're most excited for 2025 here in October. Now, the next ones I'm going to be talking about as I scroll down on my notes is a bottle that I don't think you should go out there and waste your time on whatsoever. And bottle number one is going to be one that has gone up in price every single year, and the availability of the bottle has gone up every single year since I have started in this bourbon and whiskey world. And I'm talking about the Midwinter's Night Dram from High West. Now, this is going to be Act 13. Last year we saw that, or 2 years ago, we saw the price jump up to $140 from, I think it was like 80 or 85. Last year it was $160. This year the speculated MSRP is $180 for a 98.6 proof rye whiskey. I think that that is insane. I think that is, just price gouging to the max. I don't think it's worth it whatsoever. I've had a couple of pours, a couple of samples from a couple of different acts. None of them have really stood out as absolutely amazing to me. And if I'm spending $180, I want amazing whiskey. And I just don't think that the Midwinter's Night Dram has that amazing note to it, the amazing factor. And I just don't think that this whiskey from High West is anything worth it over even $105. I'd rather buy the Bull Rye over that bottle every single day. Now, the second one is a bottle that I once I saw this bottle was being released in October, I kind of thought that this was like a gimmick. I couldn't believe that this was actually a bottle that was being released. I think that this, it could be good for all I know, but it's a bottle that I just don't think anybody should go out there and start hunting. And it's from Garrison Brothers, and it's the Sonora release. Now, this is a bourbon that is finished in rye casks. I just don't, for me, like, I don't know if the rye is going to have enough of an effect on the barrel to influence the bourbon enough to overcompensate for the intense Texas heat that those bourbons and ryes get. I can only imagine what this could be like. I don't know how affected that whiskey is going to be out of that barrel, but it's coming in at $160. To me, another bottle of bourbon or with finished bourbon or finished whiskey, whatever you want to say about this. A bourbon finished in rye barrels, I don't know if it's a bourbon or a rye at this point. We have no idea. But nonetheless, same thing about the Midwinter's Night Dram. The price just seems astronomical to me. This is coming out at 108 proof. I don't think it's worth it for you to go out there and hunt. And if you saw it and you were interested in it, by all means, if you want to get it, go ahead and do it. I'm not here telling you not to. I'm just telling you what I don't think I'm going to do. And if you want to follow suit, by all means, go for it. Now, next round of bottles that I got to let you know about. But if you want to hunt them, you can. If you don't have to. So the first one here is in this glass, actually. It's the first release of this bourbon. This is the Maker's Mark Cellar Aged. Now, I got the 2023 in my glass because I have about a half bottle left of it. The 2024 was nowhere near as good as the 2023, even though it had older whiskey in it. Now, the 2025, from what I have heard, is absolutely even worse than the 2024. These are coming in at about $150. Cash strength, I think it's 12 and 13 year age stated whiskeys, bourbons in this batch. I think the age and the proof and the price are kind of on par, but from what I've been told from 2023 to 2025, with the quality of it going down, I don't know if it's worth it for you. But if you like the Maker's Mark profile and you want to see the differences from the 23, 24, and 25, then by all means, go out and do it. Now, the second bottle is one that I was actually excited for, but after finding out about the price of it, I'm just not excited about it anymore. I'm talking about the Knob Creek 21 year. This is 100 proof, 21-year-old Knob Creek. Now the Knob Creek 18 comes in at about $150, depending on where you go and look. 150 like to 180. The 21 year is coming in at $250, and for me, there's a lot of Knob Creek out there. The 12 year with that reverse 21 looking at 12, and I'm looking at 55 to 65 bucks. I'm all over that bottle. And if you double the price, you almost double the age, it doesn't add up. I just don't think it adds up. But nonetheless, I think if the Knob Creek 21 year is at 190, maybe 200 bucks, I'd think about it. But 250, I am out on that bottle. Now, I know a lot of you guys are, fans of the Knob Creek lineup, and you want to catch them all, kinds of things like that. You like that old bourbon, by all means, go out and do so. I'm not telling you not to. Now, last round of bourbons, we are, like I said, in allocation season. And these are the ones I just got to tell you about because, well, they are being released here in October. Most likely at the end of October, maybe the beginning of November. We've got the one that, before we get into those ones, Old Forester Birthday Bourbon 2025 release has dropped, I believe, nationwide. This is a 92 proof, 12-year age-stated bourbon. I think the interesting factor about this is it's a sweet mash rather than a sour mash. I don't know if you're ever going to taste the difference in that bourbon whatsoever, but it comes in at a hefty price tag. One that, I'm going to try and hunt down and get for myself solely because of my son being born this year and wanting to have that on his 21st birthday, holding onto that bottle as a keepsake. So if anybody finds a secondary bottle of the birthday bourbon, please let me know because I would love to be able to take that off of your hands. But nonetheless, Old Forester Birthday Bourbon is out, but the next sets of bottles I got to let you know about are the Buffalo Trace Antique Collection. But we've got a new edition. If you don't remember from the beginning of the year, we were told that an E.H. Taylor bottled in bond high age statement is going to be entered into the BTAC collection. So you're going to have the George C. Stagg, the William LaRue Weller, the Eagle Rare 17, the Thomas H. Handy, the Sazerac 18, as well as the E.H. Taylor bottled in bond. So now we have 6 bottles in the BTAC collection. More bottles for us to go out and hunt, and more bottles for us to be disappointed in not getting in the raffles and things along those lines, and just more bottles for stores to put on the shelves for astronomical prices. We also have the Pappy Van Winkle being released here this year as well, just like every single year, as well as the King of Kentucky. Those are the bottles that are being released here in October. The bottles that I'm looking for, the bottles I don't think you should be looking for, and the bottles I recommend not looking for whatsoever. Let me know down in the comments below which ones you're looking forward to. Make sure you guys drop that like and smash that subscribe button. Maker's Mark Cellar Age 2023 is a darn good set. I just don't think I'm going to be hunting the 2025. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Until next time, it's been Nathan with the Everyday Drinker. Cheers.